Okay, we're trying it.
Okay.
And hopefully it says something or it shows something or you'll see something. I don't know.
Yeah, let me open up another Twitch tab just to see it. Maybe it popped up on another
It might have popped up anyway. Yeah, it
feed.
usually does. So we'll know if like some of your regulars, like P1 for example, jump in right off the
Yeah.
bat. Like that'll be a good sign because that means that they saw the notification. Um, or maybe they saw it from me, but either way, it's a good sign.
Mm.
Yeah.
I saw your notification just go live.
Okay. Cool. So that's good too. Um, yeah. Usually, there's nothing you have to configure specifically in order for that to go out. It just goes out. So hopefully that's the case. So should be all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna message my Discord right now.
Oh yeah.
To
Right on.
notify you
Cool.
when I
Yes.
when Davey went live.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Hopefully that's good. I'm checking your levels too. I gotta bring you up a little bit on my end.
Okay.
But it should
Testing 1 2. This is haha. Hello. Just trying to
not bad.
trying to get it all.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. Love your hat too. I think I've seen you wear it before, but it's a nice hat.
Thank you. I have 2 hats like these. It's
Yep.
I don't know. It was some like Instagram ad that I had seen like, or it may have even been a Facebook ad that I had just seen like year after year for this company Legend Hats, and they make like flannel, like I don't know. So I finally got a couple. So I have 2 from this
Cool.
company. They're cool. They're comfy.
Looks comfy. Yeah. Hey, horror host Joe, what up? Good to see you. Shout to our pal horror host Joe. Maker plays. Welcome in to Pump It Up. I shall do that at the beginning of the stream. Speaking of which, I gotta get my other iPad and go do that. Okay, I got it. No big deal. Easy reach. There we go.
One of my people, Graciana, says that she didn't get the notification and that she does follow you. I don't know if that.
Oh, weird.
Let's see. Collaboration
Was there
settings.
something I had to set up in my end for that? I don't remember. I have to recall what I would do. Like, I mean, I guess that's just something that you see. Like, do you notify your users as you go or something like that? But I think that might be on when I think that's on the guest end, but I'm not sure. So I don't know, but maybe.
Well, there is a button that says stream this video on your channel.
Oh,
and
sure.
that will I don't know what that'll do because I have OBS closed. But
what if you just tried it?
Okay.
I don't know how that's gonna end.
It says.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Adam? What's up, Pigeon? Good to see you.
Copy this URL source below. Any session you take will be part of display wherever you embed this link.
Okay.
What this means.
What they're basically saying is that if you did have OBS, you could put it on your OBS too, but you really don't need to tonight.
Okay.
Since we're just over here.
Okay.
But Pigeon go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I tried this once before with P1 when they were streaming, and it just combined both of our chats together, and I was streaming from OBS. So I don't know, but we don't have to do that.
Okay, very good.
I'll just let my people know that I'm live on your channel.
So Pigeon CRT is my brother-in-law. So what's up, Adam? Pigeon says, hi, Davey. I'm here with Christy too. Christy's my sister. We're eating pizza. Nice. Enjoy your pizza. That's great. Pinball says, wait, there's a button to restream to your own channel. That's actually right. I think there's a good purpose behind that too, Dallas. If you think about it, like if you want to stream like whatever the collab is from someone else's channel on your channel and have it look exactly the same, I think you could do that. It's kind of interesting.
I think it does. It just combines both chats into one.
Right. Which is something I want to try someday when the situation kind of calls for it, because I'm very curious how that's gonna look. Yeah. Oh, Graciana's in the chat. What's up, Graciana? Says we live. I love it. Yeah. Pinball says that's the breaded one. That's the former breaded pigeons. Yeah. Bearded is yet to arrive, but I believe it will happen in a matter of moments. I've been curious as well. Maybe we should chat. We should chat, Pinball. I agree with you. Let me Dallas, would you be willing to record the chat for just like a second? I just have to grab some napkins and do a quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, be right back.
So they can see me. Hello.
They can't see you, but I could put them on you if you want. Let me see.
No, it's okay. We can say we can save whatever you want to do.
Okay, sounds good.
But they can hear me.
They can hear you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hello, chat. How's everybody? How's everybody doing? Hi, Pigeon. Hi, Pinball. Gracie, Anna. Hello. Hi, Joe. How's everybody doing? Happy, what is it, Tuesday? Hi, bestie. Hey. Yeah, happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I am so excited I'm probably going to say this a lot today, but I am so excited to be on Davey's show. So excited. I feel like Tuesdays are normally a very like whatever day. Like, is anybody ever excited about a Tuesday? Like Mondays are like, it's Monday for sure. Like, it's Monday. And then Tuesday is just kind of like, all right, we're waiting for what? We're just kind of like in like the in-between land between Monday and Thursday. I always kind of thought Thursday was a good day, and I'm also just kind of rambling here, but I've always kind of thought Thursday was a good day. We used to always get pizza on Thursdays growing up, and so every once in a while we will get a pizza on Thursday, and that's always nice. And then it's like Thursday is Friday's Friday, and then Friday's great. Yeah, it's the most productive day of the week. You think Tuesday is or Thursday is? I will say I was very productive at work today. So that's definitely a plus. Definitely a +1 for Tuesdays. Blind Bat loves sandwiches. Hi, Blind Bat. How you doing? Hi, P1. I love it when people compare Thursday to October. I need to know more about the lore of what you mean by that. I just need to know. Years ago, I had regular karaoke nights on Tuesday. Oh, that's cool. I feel like a Tuesday night karaoke would just like hit really nice because I feel like you're not okay. Because I feel like substances like drinking and karaoke go along well together, but Tuesday is just like, you're not gonna like go too hard because it's a Tuesday. You got to go to work tomorrow, but like, so Tuesday would just be like a really fun time to have. I don't know why I said substances, you guys.
I came in on substances. I'm like, what have you guys been talking about?
Because we started talking about karaoke because Pinball said that because we're just talking about how Tuesdays are good usually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They said that years ago they had a regular karaoke night on Tuesdays.
Wait, the workplace did, or was it just like one of the karaoke places did? That's interesting.
I think it's just a karaoke bar. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. I guess it's an interesting observation. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know if we have any mods in the chat, but I'm going to shout out P1 as well. And Maker. What's up, Mark? What's good, friends?
Oh, hey, Maker.
Maker's in the chat. Who says, I want to have a sandwich with Dave and Dallas. I know, Blind Bat, I want to welcome you in as well. I see Blind Bat says, I love sandwiches. Me too. I love sandwiches too. Let's go ahead and start this thing up, everybody. Thank you for waiting, everyone. Sorry about all the delays. It's a pretty late start, but we'll make it worth your while. We will make it worth your while. That works. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. I am Davey, and that is Dallas Arlo Music, and we are dancing. Welcome to the Sandwich Show. This is our weekly journey and getting to know the content creators throughout the universe, and really excited to have our guest tonight, who has a lovely community, and they will be joining our lovely community here in Sandwichville. But folks, I want to give you a warm welcome. Can we give some claps in the chat and say hello to our good pal Dallas Arlo Music. Welcome to the show, Dallas.
Hello, everybody.
Love it.
Hello.
Great to have you here. Thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
It's phenomenal to have your talent with us. Like, what don't you do? You play trombone. You're a singer. You're a songwriter. You play the keys. You also have composed. You've also produced for people. You've done collabs, including the recent damn spectacular Christmas collab with so many cool people. That is on YouTube. There is a link over on Discord if you want to take a look at that. So use !point Discord to find it. But it is definitely, there's definitely a lot of things you do, and you do them at a really well, on a really great level. Like it's cool to know that you can do these things. Like, did they all come together for you at the same time? Like your abilities to do like trombone and piano and recording, like which of those how would you describe your path to this place? Like, did you start with trombone and then do piano, or did you do piano then trombone? Like, tell us a little bit about your journey getting to all the trades you do.
Yeah. Also, hi, Alter Reagan. That's what I say.
Hello.
So, basically, I was kind of I've always been drawn to music in general, and I think because I had like little like play keyboards as like a young kid, and so but I didn't start taking like piano lessons until I think maybe fifth grade, but I didn't really vibe with me. Like, middle C is here, and like learning how to like hot cross buns, it like didn't really hit for me, even though I was very drawn to like the piano on its own. So in a way, I started with piano, but not so much. And then middle school came around, and I knew I wanted to join band, so I joined band, and I picked up the trombone because I'm from a very young age. Like some of my musical influences was like ska music, like Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and so I sort of knew like what the trombone could do in that sort of sense. Um, and then sort of piano and trombone kind of um, were kind of at the same time in middle school, and then learned how to read music through the lens of like playing trombone and like the course of like playing like band music. um at some point I picked up piano lessons again, and that was more of an emphasis on just learning how to play songs. And actually, my parents were very like adamant with the teacher, always like, "Oh, he has to learn how to read music," and they were like, "He doesn't really want to do that. He just want to learn. He wants to learn how to play songs on piano and stuff." So then I had a teacher who basically gave me like a printout, like a laminated printout of like all the different chords and what they looked like,
Mhm.
and like it was all like C major is here, and then it went like it was C major, C minor, I don't know, C diminished, C augmented, the seventh chords. There was like seven like different versions of each chord, and it just went down the alphabet starting at C. So I just kind of learned those shapes
Yeah,
by
yeah,
studying that printout, and then that just kind of unlocked the entire musical world in terms of like songs and stuff. Yeah. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
and then yeah, so that's that was kind of the early life, and then continued to do trombone. I knew that I wanted, so I majored in music in college. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in trombone performance. So um so that's that. But I knew that I knew that I wanted to go into music because I was just really inspired by the way my like band directors taught, and the way like music can affect people. um but I really didn't start, just continuing to answer your question here, and I'm sorry if I'm kind of
No,
rambling.
no problem.
Um,
I love this journey. I love
uh,
this though. Like, this is a
yeah,
really cool the journey through time and through all the different things you got into. Really quickly, let me catch up on chat because I think people really were excited
sure.
about the trombone skills you mentioned. Pigeon says trombone, love ska. Listen to it when I work out. It's like living in a Tony
Yeah.
Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack. So good.
Yeah, gotta laminate things for the kids. Absolutely, you
Yep.
do. Yeah.
And then Ultra Reagan says the trombone, the horniest of the instruments.
It's one of, yeah, it's one of the horns for sure. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't want to interrupt you too much longer, so feel free to carry on. Like, this is great. Like,
Yeah, no, that's okay. So I got into classical music, and just like I got the ear for classical music. I remember my mom took me to the Detroit Symphony. I don't remember how old I was. It was or like sometime in high school. Maybe I was like a freshman or a sophomore in high school. She took me to like the DSO's like Halloween concert, and so they played a bunch of like really fun like Halloween classical music, and I was just kind of hooked from there, with like orchestra and stuff like that. So um, I don't know. So I guess fast forward to college because I knew that I wanted to major in music in college. I started out as ed and performance, and then I ended up dropping ed and just doing performance, which was a very winding road, of like failing classes and like getting like sort of left behind, and then kind of having to like pick myself up by my bootstraps and finish. Um, but yeah, I just kind of developed a love for classical music, and with that, I started to just kind of like experiment with kind of writing my own like sort of like orchestral sort of sounding music with like the small tools that I had at my disposal. With like just I had like a keyboard that you could multi-track on top of, and I had like string sounds and whatever and percussion. Um, so I feel like I've always had some kind of a voice in my head that's like wanting to write music, but I really I've been working on kind of calling myself a composer. It's something that I was working on like last year, is just like getting used to calling myself a composer. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It is accurate though. I mean, the backing tracks you composed for the Damn Christmas Cult Spectacular were really good. Like I'm just impressed by like how everything was on point, especially with the timing and the rhythm. Like it just sounded really amazing. Like it's you seem
Thank
to
you.
have a good feel for that. Like and it's impressive to know that just one person did all the instruments on these recordings. So it's neat. Like when
It was stressful.
oh, I can imagine because the time right. I totally understand that. Totally get that. Yeah, yeah. But it came out great. You know, it came out great,
Thank
and
you.
I was honored to be part of it. And I know a lot of cool people were part of it too. So, um, but yeah, amazing. And as mentioned, over in Discord, we put a link to the Christmas Spectacular in total, and it ran about trying to measure like 20 to 25 minutes. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was like 36 minutes all together.
Nice. Yeah, 36
Yeah.
minutes. Pretty solid, yeah, and with it, just a lot of the classics. Like you went, and that was kind of neat. Like you just went right to like Ultra Reagan. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sandwicher community. Nice to have you here. I think we had some other people to thank for follows. Blind Bat as well, and the Quiet 10008. Thank you so much, everybody, for being part of this tonight. But Garfield and Fats in the chat. Welcome in. Strong dad joke. Nice. Um, let's see. What were you saying? Oh yeah. So do you compose things for you say you use Logic, yes? I can understand it from your stream. Is it Logic or is it Ableton or is it something in the middle or is it both?
I've used a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
I used Ableton back in like have to remember because I was living at home. It was like 2011 or something. So I used Ableton back then to do some stuff. But then I used Logic for a while. I got a MacBook Pro for college, and then I started to use that for and Logic has really great for the for the like music producers out there. They have really good sounding like stock plugins. You can get a lot done with like the like stuff that they have in there. So I use Logic for about 10 years, maybe more. And then when I started streaming, I didn't have a PC based software that I was used to using. Ableton's great. I don't know. I was It's kind of expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a million different companies out there. They're all like a lot of companies are pushing toward a subscription method. Ableton didn't have one at the time. So what I did was because I for a minute I thought about buying like a really expensive Mac just for writing music and streaming at the same time, but I already have a gaming PC that I had just bought like 2 years ago. Um, so long story short, holy cow, I use PreSonus Studio One for all of my like producing, composing needs.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Like, we'll get into some of the ins and outs of how that works in a little bit. But first, like, I have some redeems for people. First of all, for Maker Play, I forgot to do this. Pump it up. Thank you very much, friend. I appreciate you. And then for Pigeon CRT, we have this redeem, which I'm Dallas is probably familiar with because back when we were doing karaoke together during the holidays, I was doing a lot of these. These beans were.
Oh yeah,
not fun, but I'm glad to do one.
You got bean boozled a lot that stream.
I really did. So we'll do one more tonight for Pigeon CRT. Thank you, Pigeon. This is Garfield says, "Oh yeah, I forgot the beans. This sucks." No, it's all right. It's all right. On the game of content, it's all right. Here it is. This is either gonna be dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie. Let's see. Dead fish.
Damn. I couldn't tell by your reaction. You have such a poker face.
Yeah. It's well, some of it's just trying to absorb the shock of the flavor before you react to it.
Yeah. Have to really let it settle in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But thank you, Pigeon. It's actually good to get that done before the sandwich, so that now I know I won't have to worry about it. Yeah, big ol' L Bean. Congrats, chat. It's always a win for the chat. Yes, me, Christy. Oh, Chris, my sister said yes. My family's relentless. They're all rooting for the bad beans. Hilarious. So yeah, let's get into it. So now, before we do though, let's really quick. I just want to bring in bring in our staple program. Yeah. So I know my name is Davey's eating a sandwich, and that means it's time for the. Sorry about that. Sandwich of the week. And here it is. So it's just me this week, but I got a good one for you. Here it is. This sandwich this week is gonna be. I was thinking I was gonna do like a grilled cheese. But I said let's add a step to that. Let's add some egg to it. So this is an egg sandwich with pepper jack cheese. Look at that.
Oh, and that pepper jack too. Oh my god. What is that, sourdough?
Yep, it's on sourdough. Added some.
Oh my god.
Doesn't that look good? Yeah.
The fact that I just guessed that bread. My ancestors are very happy about that.
Oh, I love that. I love that for you. I'll show you the other side of it. Well done. Yeah, fluffy eggs and pepper jack cheese and sourdough. I'm very excited about this. Like an egg sandwich.
Those eggs are very fluffy.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's good, Smarticus77? What's up, my friend? Can we give a shout to Smarticus77? Pepper jack is greater than cheddar. Don't at me. Honestly, I mean, they're kind of like, I kind of like them. Yeah, I'm kind of down with that. Like, I wouldn't necessarily make that comment myself, but I think they're pretty close. You know what I mean? Like, they're both really good. So,
hi, Smarticus.
But good to see you, Smarticus. Welcome in. Perfect eggs. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's give this a go. But hang on, Davey, dude. Thanks. I'm not. Wait, what was that? Was that in response to the cheese comment? You're welcome. I think. I hope that wasn't. I hope that was sort of complimentary. But yeah.
I would say, and no one's asking, but I would say I'm more of a provolone fan. Provolone's good. Provolone's probably my favorite cheese.
Oh, that! Oh, provolone sounds great, by the way. I didn't realize what Marcus was referring to. Yes, congratulations! I'm most honored. I'm most honored to present that diamond to you. Welcome to the ranks of the VIP, my friend. Yeah, glad to. You're absolutely welcome. Absolutely. No, I did notice I had a shiny thing next to my name that I didn't have last time I was here. Right. Yeah. We felt you. You well deserved, my friend. Welcome, my friend, and congratulations, Smarticus. Because I mean, Smarticus is just one of the great friends of Twitch, right? I mean, you see Smarticus modding, doing hard work modding all over the land, and you've seen him. I've seen him. We've all seen him do great things. So thank you, Smarticus. We're so glad to have you with us. Um, so glad you're talking with Dallas, trombone at heart, but excellent musician in general. Yeah, right. Like, and
Oh, thank you.
it's true. It's true. Like, um, and we are talking about how you're able to compose music so cohesively. Um, did that always did it was it always that smooth for you, or did it take a lot of practice and learning and kind of like adjusting and growing and tweaking things to get to that kind of efficient to get that smooth with it? I think is a question, but it does sound very good. I mean, even when I see you live streaming, like it always sounds pretty good, like all your backing tracks. So it's pretty neat to see. But how long?
It's definitely something that took some time. Sorry, sorry. Finish your question. Sorry.
No, that was pretty much it. I'm sorry. Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it definitely took some time. There's always been something inside of me that like wants to make songs a certain way. So it's more about like kind of coming up with your own workflow and trying to. It's not so much having the ideas. It's learning how to get those ideas on the page. That's like where a lot of the art comes from. I've found because I've also been doing a couple of as a part of my journey to like kind of enter the world as like composer Dallas. I've been doing a couple of like composition exercises. I've done a couple like competitions. I've done there's this company called the Indie Game Music Contest and the Indie Film Music Contest. So I've been submitting for those over the past couple years with like varying levels of success. It's really just for the comments that you get back from the judges, but
Mm-hmm.
having a deadline of like, oh, this is due, you have to submit this on this day is very like, okay, I actually have to focus and get this done, as opposed to just like, I have probably 100 plus different like songs or like orchestral soundtrack type stuff like started between like my MacBook and now this computer that I've had for 2.5 years. It's really nice to have a deadline, and it costs money to enter into these a lot of the times. There's some like affordable stuff out there that I also do that's not as much. um, but it's nice to have a deadline because it forces me to actually sit down and go, okay, what do I want this to actually sound like? This video is 4.5 minutes long. You have to look at each thing as like a sequence. Like here, he's picking up a pizza and throwing it. What does that sound like? As opposed to just having like an open-ended project where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's add some violins and some percussion and some choir, and then I sort of like I write for a while, and then I'm like I run out of ideas. I'm like, okay, I guess that's that. It's like one third of a thing, and then there's no like end to it. So yeah.
So yeah, I think that's interesting because as you said, like when you're composing for video or for film, it seems like the film actually helps you write the music, right? Like you just gives it sets
Oh
some
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and what they do, the couple of things that I've done, one of them is, and if anyone that's in chat wants to learn about this, it's called Indie Film Music Contest, and then they have that was like the main thing, and then they started an indie game contest that they did last summer. um, so there's that one, and then there's something called the QTube. That one, I think I pay like $1 a month, and then it's purely just for composers and sound designers to have access to basically a database of like films in all different styles. That so there's like documentaries, there's animations, there's dramas, there's like spooky films, there's patriotic films, and it's all just like to help get people's um, portfolios going, and just as it's an exercise. And a lot of times they will for each of the videos they'll have a spec sheet that says this is what we want, this is what the director wants, this is the general vibe of the story and we want the music to kind of be like this, and then you take that in your own direction, and that's how it works in the film industry. So it's cool that people are out there making it feel like, okay, this is what it's like to work in the industry, and it kind of gives you a start of like what the music should sound like.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's really great that they give you that guidance, because I think you get more out of your music when people give you an idea what they want out of it, which is important. And jingle
for
companies
sure.
operate the same way. They're like, well, what kind of sound do you want from this? What is your station? Like, what do you do? I'm not sure what the modern equivalent of radio stations is these days, but I imagine people who have YouTube channels have those same questions. Will be asked the same questions, like, what's your theme? What's your feel? Like, what kind of
Right.
sound do you want? Or what's your vibe? Like, what kind of channel is it? And they all have different sounds. Um, so I just wanted to just report this sandwich. The pepper jack cheese on this sandwich is the best choice, because
Oh wow.
it goes so much better with the eggs than I feel like cheddar would have. It just blends with the spice of the egg and the Tabasco, which I also added to the sandwich. This is very, very good. Like, I got to do this again sometime. I've never actually made a sandwich like this before. It's really
That
good.
sounds really good.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so now when you talk about the kinds of music you've done, there's a wide range, and the greatest composers of all time, like John Williams or Hans Zimmer, are no different. They compose music that's silly and funny and upbeat, but they also compose like really dramatic and downtrodden music, serious stuff, action music. How would you describe your range of things that you would compose? Do you go through these parts of the roller coaster as well?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, and this is where I think that a lack of like because I studied orchestral music, so I know like what a music score looks like. I know like structurally what that's supposed to be like, but I feel like and I have a lot of influences like Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, whatever. Um, I feel like a lack of a more or less what would you call it's like an official like a degree or a minor in music composition. um Boy, I'm kind of rambling here. What I'm trying to say is um music has in movies, because there's the music of like John Williams, where you can go da na 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 na, and you immediately know that that's uh what is that?
Jurassic Park.
Immediately
You
know that that's
immediately know
Jurassic
what
Park.
it.
Yeah. um, yeah. So that is my approach, is to kind of like is to try and find a theme in something and create like little motifs for different characters. Like I did the very first composition thing that I did. Crazy. um the very first thing that I did, which I did mostly on stream, was an animation. um and it's on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out sometime. It was for the indie film music contest, which I actually won the popularity prize for. For whatever reason, I don't know what
That's
happened,
interesting.
but my video got the most likes and views on YouTube for
Oh,
that
wow.
period of time. So um so that was it feels like a fluke. Maybe I just like saved or I shared it enough times for the algorithm to go, okay, geez, we'll push this or something,
Yeah.
because I was like sharing with all my friends, "Oh, I did this." But I was composing like little themes to
Why bet?
he's gonna be
Popular.
popular. Um, I was composing like little themes for everybody. Like there was a little dragon guy, he had a theme. There was like a pizza delivery guy, he had a theme. But I don't know that that necessarily is what happens much anymore. The
Uh,
music of like Hans Zimmer, some of it, I feel like he's the first person that I think of. There's a lot of composers out there. Um, or like a Michael Giacchino or Giacchino, like he composed a lot of stuff. Among that is Star Trek, which I actually got to perform live this past year
ooh.
with an orchestra. You can't like immediately go, oh, what's Hans Zimmer's Superman theme or something. It, there's not like a melody you leave singing. So I don't know. I don't know what that was all about. Hopefully, there was some kind of value and just basically it was about my approach is being very melodic, trying to give people or trying to give characters their own kind of semblance of a theme
Yeah,
and an
yeah.
arc.
I mean,
Yeah,
Hans Zimmer
that's
does
my
have.
general approach.
I will defend that a little bit for Hans Zimmer because with The Lion
Yeah.
King, there were very distinct themes. Like Mufasa had a
Mm.
theme, Simba had a theme, and then with Gladiator, when I hear like some of that, maybe it was a little more opaque with Gladiator, but there are still some accents to that. I'm like, oh, that's Gladiator. I just kind of like
Mm.
identify it, but he does do that a little more than not. You're right. I think he's kind of more mood and less melody
Yeah.
and identity, right? Like I think that's kind of the
Well,
thing.
what comes to mind is like the because he did he score the Christian Bale Batman movies?
That's a great question. I don't know. I will defer to
I
chat.
think he I think he did. I think he did the Christian Bale Batman movies, and Danny Elfman did the earlier ones, like Batman
Hmm.
Begins. I don't remember the
Well, Batman
Batman
Begins is
actor that
Christian
did
Bale,
that.
but Batman was the
Oh,
first one. Like,
oh, okay.
yeah. So
But yeah, there was like Batman, and then like Dark Knight Rises. There was like a trilogy of Batman movies.
right,
I think.
right.
I
Hmm.
think he did those. And then if you look at Danny Elfman's, it was just more like theme based, like da da
Hmm.
da 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 that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It
But
it was great.
that's not to say that Hans Zimmer has never done anything theme based. That would be wrong.
Yeah, but it's yeah, because I was thinking about Hans Zimmer recently because I went to see Mufasa, and I was like, yeah,
Mm,
like, some of his like themes did make it into the movie, just a few because obviously different people did the meat of the music, but you heard like like I said, you heard the Simba theme and the Mufasa theme in there, and it's pretty cool. Um, but I mean, Circle of Life, I think he did. I'm not sure. Maybe I have to
mm.
think about that. I think he wrote the lyrics to the. No, Elton John might have done that. I'm sorry.
It definitely makes me want to go see because that was you're talking about the live action that one,
Well, the first one, I mean, Mufasa is the new live action movie,
right?
which is a
Was it
prequel.
good?
Very good. I recommend it. It's pretty good. Yeah,
Mm.
it's such a huge improvement over the live action Lion King. It's like a massive improvement. Like this is like what they should have done with the other one, but
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize that there were two of them.
Well,
I think that's why I was confused.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, yeah. The live action Lion King is pretty pointless. It's like they just literally redid the original, the original movie beat for beat. But the cartoon is
Mm,
fantastic. It's like it's iconic.
yeah, timeless.
Um, very much timeless. Absolutely. So it's I hold it on a very high pedestal. So if you're gonna try to recreate that, like you got to really make a move to do that. Um, I should mention real AF Davey. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I did want to mention. I forgot to mention this like at the beginning, but we are still raising funds for SoCal wildfire relief, which the donations will go to the American Red Cross. And to donate, if you want to donate, use exclamation point donate. We don't have any specific goals tonight, but if you can donate any amount, would be great. Thank you so much for your contribution. I will offer a bean for every donation tonight. So, depending on how much you enjoy these beans, you can have another one for your donation. So, if you don't like them and you want to donate anyway, that's fine. We can just say you don't want me to do the bean, but I imagine 9 out of 10 people want the bean, so that's fine. I killed Mufasa. So good. Welcome, Rohomo. Welcome in. Nice to see you.
That was a great entrance from Rahomo.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes. Yes. 100%. So, yeah, that is pretty cool. When you do compose music, and you use the software that you do, I know that in traditional music, what people would do is they would record the drums first, and then they would record the bass, and then they would kind of build up from there. But I wonder if that's the same process when you're using a DAW or something like what you were talking about. What is because you need a click track too, right? Just to get it all on the same tempo.
Yeah, so you have to. Well, I always I guess it would depend. If I'm going based off of a prompt, say a video, or I'm gonna if someone asks me to score a film, I'm gonna watch the film and go, okay, what is happening here? And then if it's like, somebody slowly like waking up in the morning and it's like the room is like dark and there's cobwebs and there's a spider on the wall or something, that kind of like tells you like, all right, I'm gonna start with like pits like some strings and some like dark kind of rumbly stuff, have it sound ominous. Um so that would be more informed by the film in that way. But if I also just kind of write stuff just for my own brain. Like if I think of something, I'll write it. So when I do it just for my sake and there's no like video to go along with it, I usually start with piano as like my first. It's just kind of like a blank slate instrument, where I go like, okay, oh, I love this melody. Let's record this, so I don't forget it. I usually have like a a, a recording track that's like 20 minutes long, and it's all just like little gibberish. I'm like, oh, I really liked that part, like, oh, this and this. Oh, 3 takes from now, I really liked what I did with this melody. I'm just kind of like searching for some like a melody and harmony that works together. And then once I have that, I will usually pivot to some like, I will try to hear the same melody or the same chords in different textures. So I will open up like a choir patch or something. It's like a realistic like symphonic choir. I'll hash out. I'll play the same sort of stuff with the choir, and then I'll work, and then it'll kind of change with the texture, um, just kind of on its own. Also, I'll record a little bit with that. I'll come up with some new ideas because the texture is different, and I'll do that kind of throughout the orchestra. If you kind of go around, I'll do like usually strings next, and then I'll do and it just kind of goes from there. So yeah, it all starts with the piano and then just kind of evolves. If I'm just left to my own devices of just writing music that I'm just kind of like, I want to write something today. What am I going to do?
Whoa, Blind Bat! Oh my goodness, what? $200? Thank you so much,
Blind
Blind Bat. Holy
bats.
Moses! What
Oh my
what should we
god.
do for Blind Bat to thank our friend for that extremely kind dono? Oh my goodness! Oh wow, what do I do? Well, thank you so much. I'll get you like 10 beans for that, which is
Oh my gosh, 10 beans.
well, it's only the
All
beginning of my
all at
way to.
once.
That's my baller mod Blind Bat. All at once, I'm in. Let's do it all at once.
I think that'd be easier.
It would
Is it,
actually.
would
It
that be going easy on Dave or Davey? Sorry.
honestly,
I
it
got distracted
probably
by
would
chat.
be going easier because it just all happens at once. Here, it's prolonged agony the other way. So I'm probably gonna.
They did say they'll accept one bean.
They'll accept one being blind bet, but honestly, that's extremely generous of you. Like, is there anything? If there's anything else I could do, like, let me know. Like, um, can we put blind bat on the wall or something?
Do you want me to send you the wall of love thing so you can play it?
Sure, sure. I'll take it. So
I will.
put that in.
I'll have to find it.
Okay. Take your time. Take your time. So you do one. Okay. You'll accept one being. Okay. We'll do one. But if anybody in the chat wants another one, like just ask for it because it's already on the dish. So, like I'll take it in if you want. But I'll do this one for Blind Bat. Thank you so much. Like this is peach or that bomb it. Ugh.
Oh, that's got to be the worst one.
Ugh.
Ah,
Rough.
I feel that. I can taste that from here.
But thank you so much.
If you were to
Yeah.
if you were to just have one, that's the one, all right. Wow.
But we're so grateful to have your donation to benefit the relief of SoCal wildfire relief, which is extraordinary at the moment. The damage it's done. So every little bit counts. Thank you so much. Like that is going to go so far to helping people out. And that puts us now to $2,921.90, which means we are less than $79 away from 3,000. 3,000.
Oh my god.
Damn. What a run we were on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Definitely. So big thanks to all of you who've pitched in to donate to the cause. Like it really is nice of you to pitch in to help people out. So it means a lot. With charity for chat as well. I love it. Shade and Parade. I love this command by Rahomo. Pleasure derived from the misfortune of others. Yep, that hits it. That hits it all right. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Okay, yeah. But when you compose pop music, is there a similar process? Are you going to the piano as your bass um as your ground, your basis as your bass line, and then you can work from there to like make the tune, to add instruments and do other things with it.
Yeah, generally, yeah. I mean, it depends. I do, and I'm sending you this now. The Wall of Love song. I think that's it. Let me just go to the end. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and it depends. I think because I have there's the Shake Weight Dance Party Redeem on my channel. That I started with bass, and it became funky just totally on its own. It just before I knew it, I was writing a really funky beat because I started with bass. I was like doom 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 doom, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And I think the same goes for the Wall of Love song. So sometimes I usually do start with piano because it's just kind of a blank slate, or the Wurlitzer. I know you and I have talked about the Wurlitzer before.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep.
that in and of its that is an incredibly inspiring instrument to me, just for really anything. I have a couple of like vintage reverbs that get the juices going in a
Ooh.
particular direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, sometimes I'll start with really. I try to start with different things, uh, and it just brings different things out for sure.
I love that each of these things can inspire emotions in you. I think that's really, really cool. It's like, I'm gonna just create my own, or we're gonna create a wall of love in honor of not only Dallas Harlow music, but also Blind Bat, who was so kind to donate tonight. So let me go ahead and start up a new wall of love, and we will play
Hell
the.
yeah!
This is great. This is great. Okay, so let me just get this moving. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, this is something. Wait. This is something. It's important. Okay, it's important. You have to do spirit fingers until and because there's a gong hit at the end.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
yeah.
just you have to do spirit fingers until the gong is done.
Okay, thank you for mentioning that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
So let me.
important.
Okay, here is the wall. Oh, bring it down. Wall. It's a little wall of love right now, but it will we'll expand it as we go. But there you go,
Love it.
blind bat. Congratulations for making the wall of love. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, it's spreading.
It's great. Here we go.
The wall of love.
This is so good.
The wall of love. Hey Ryan.
Hey Ryan.
The wall of love. The wall of love. Da, 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 the wall of love.
Oh, we have to wait. Not yet. Not yet.
It goes for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you so much, Dallas. I'm honored to get to play that on stream. Like that's really cool.
That that is so great. I knew that I wanted to talk about this. Davey is you're one of those people that when I was just getting kind of on the scene with music streaming, you were one of the first people that I chatted with, and you were just so nice and welcoming immediately. You're like, oh, how's it going, Dallas? We didn't really know each other yet, but I just, your introduction for everybody, and for my experience as well, you're so warm with everybody, even especially new people. Um, and you're immediately like, oh, what do you do? What's your thing? And it just was really easy for me to just keep coming back because you were so nice and just very friendly and open with your chat. So it's very it's completely like full circle for me. I can't believe you were playing my stupid wall of love song on your stream, because now it's just like we broke down the fourth wall. I don't know. It's awesome.
Thank you, Dallas. That's so nice of you to say. And I guess it just comes back to like treat people you want the way you want to be treated, right? So It's pretty
Yeah.
much where it comes from. So I'm glad to do that. I'm glad that people. I'm glad it's appreciated too, because I just want everyone to feel comfortable, you know. And if that and that's the best I can do for sure. Um, Blind Bat said, "Wait, Rahoma says Brian wasn't doing Spirit Fingers ban. I don't know. That's oh, Ryan, our guy's in trouble. But shout out to that E flat guy. But E flat is an incredible being. Also, what a talent! Like our friend has perfect pitch. I mean, that is phenomenal. So follow our friend E flat too. And Blind Bat says, Dallas, you didn't mention you now have to pay a royalty for the song. That's true. How about that? I forgot about that.
I don't.
Oh, is that not true?
We can work. I don't think so. I think Blind Bat's trying to do me a solid there. But I don't think so. I sent him the file. He
Okay.
owns it now. I guess.
Okay. Amazing. So if you would like to make the Wall of Love too, you can make a contribution. So I'll do a bean and a Wall of Love. I think that sounds like a good deal. The Wallsters 59. I says I love sandwich. Welcome in. Good to see you. We just had our sandwich of the week.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Nice to have you here with us, Wallster 59. This is Dallas Arlo Music. You probably know our friend, but as you mentioned, Dallas is a composer, a singer-songwriter, and a musician of many talents: piano, organ, synthesizer. I don't know if you play drums specifically, or if you just do like.
I do.
Oh, you do. Ooh, nice, even better.
Yeah.
And trombone, which is a really popular instrument on this channel. Like people dig the trombone.
Which is behind me, by the way.
Oh, look at that! Check it out, folks.
It's lurking back there.
Look, that's a nice trombone. Look at that, everybody. It's a pretty long instrument, right? Like it's
Oh yeah.
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 Oh, look at that. Now, silly question by me, but when you bring the bone all the way in, is that the lowest note or the highest note?
It's a good question. It's more like so your theory is right. I'm sorry to take so long for this to answer this question. So yeah, so as you go down, like when you how to do this? Yes. Perfect. Nailed it.
Wait, where do we?
So I swear to God, I used to be able to come up with good analogies for this. So there's what's called partials. And basically, so if you think about the valves on a trumpet or
Walter, thank you so much for the follow.
or a tuba, they work the same way as the slide. So when you have no valves down on a trumpet or you're in first position, I'll just grab it.
Okay.
When you're in first position, this is all the valves are open on trumpet or tuba, whatever, and so on and so on. Second position's there, visual. That would be second valve down, and so on and so on. And so what you're doing is you're making the instrument longer,
right?
And so, but it's all based off of the partial that you're on, and the partial is like the fundamental pitch is B flat, and then it's F, and then B flat, and then D, F, and it just goes up through the harmonic series.
Oh, interesting.
If that's
okay.
Making any sense? I'm trying to compare it to like strings on like a cello or a guitar. But it's in reverse.
Got it.
It's in kind of reverse.
I see where you're coming from, though. It's not a straight scale.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like a piano where it just goes like A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, it's actually
Yeah,
I gotcha.
It's all based off of the harmonic sequence, which is existence in every instrument.
Right.
Like how when you hold your because you can do like pitch harmonics on a guitar. If you like strum it a certain way, like over the 12th fret, it sounds an octave above the fundamental of that string. That's the octave harmonic sequence, and there's other ones as well.
Okay. It probably would be. I mean, I don't think you're in a liberty at this particular hour is like 10 o'clock Eastern where you are, but I'd imagine you're not at liberty to demonstrate that right now. But
I can.
Oh, you can. Okay. Well,
Oh
really,
yeah.
really fast, really fast. I'd love to hear this in
So
action.
so what did you want demonstrated?
Well,
Just
just
to
how it works, like like how what the stretching out of the bone does. Like I'm very, I think we're all kind of interested to see what the differences are, how
sure.
it sounds.
Sure. So I'll start on what would be called the fundamental pitch, which would
Okay.
be, well, the fundamental pitch would be like super low, but so I'll do a little bit of that. Yeah.
Smart. The day
So
today I learned talking about trombone technique is more than innuendo. Nice,
so yeah,
nice.
I'll try to demonstrate how the trombone works just with
Okay,
playing it a little bit.
okay.
And I'm gonna try to angle away so that I'm not gonna blow everybody's ears
Right,
out.
right. Okay.
Does that sound okay?
It does. It does. Yeah.
Too loud? Not loud enough?
No, it's fine. Like it's a little lower than your voice was, but that's fine. No problem. Yeah, it's good. Ah.
Like the
Okay, I get it. It's
little
basically
bit.
the bone is like the pitch bend wheel on your keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
So
yeah.
like, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So if I were to take, okay, let's give you an example. Like if I had this, not exactly, but it's kind of the same idea, It's sort of like that.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect analogy actually.
Yeah. So then, what are you doing to change the actual notes or the harmonics? Like, how do you go from, like, what would you push to do that? Like, where are those buttons on the inside?
So it all comes from the slide. I do
Mm-hmm.
have this valve here.
Okay.
It essentially, so it all comes from your lips, right? So it starts with a buzz.
Okay.
So all instruments have some semblance of vibration. Your voice, if you speak or hum, it has vibration coming from your vocal cords, and so that's where that vibration is coming from. If you
Mm-hmm.
play flute, the vibration is like blowing a pop bottle or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you play clarinet, it's the wooden reed vibrating against the ligature
Mm-hmm.
or the mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all vibration. So it starts with the lips, and then
Right.
that
Right.
and then that vibration goes into the mouthpiece,
Mm-hmm.
and then the instrument itself, for all intents and purposes, this is pitched in the key of B flat,
Okay.
meaning that when it's all the way in, one of the notes you play is B flat. Um, so you're definitely slotted. The instrument is slotted to play different notes in certain positions. So to play like a B flat major scale would be. If
Whoa.
that makes any sense.
It does. I mean, you see it and you're like, how do you keep track of that? Like, how do you know that it's like and like you're completely adjusting in different spots to make that work, which is
Sure.
really, I think that's just something that comes over time, right? Like that's something you'll pick up over
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
there's seven positions,
Mm-hmm.
generally speaking, and then for like a trumpet, there's seven different. Or there might technically be more, but there's for all intent, there's seven different valve combinations. There's open, there's just two, there's one and two, there's two and three,
Mm-hmm.
one and three, and then one, two, three.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think technically two and three. I don't know if I said that one, but so that is going down in order the same way that I went da. That would be da. That
But the
makes any
beautiful
sense?
thing about the trombone is it's the only instrument that you can do that with, that you can do a pitch bend like that naturally. As far as I mean, guitars
True.
too. Guitars too. I'm sorry. Guitars you could do that. Like guitars are, you could do that too.
Right.
That should be fair. But
Yeah. We call it a gliss
yeah, is it the only
in the
wind
biz.
instrument though with that capability? Because you can't do that with a flute. Like you can't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, natively to the standard technique of the instrument. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Slide whistle would probably be the exception to that, but it is
Oh, for
specifically
sure. Yeah.
called
Yeah.
it is called a slide whistle. So, um,
Yeah.
fascinating. I like it. Let's catch up in chat. So, Smarticus says the instrument is. There's Huckleberry. Oh my goodness, what's up, Mike? What's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Hello.
Hello, hello.
You want to talk about someone who's entertaining, Nurse Huckleberry. Can we give a shout to our good friend, Nurse Huckleberry? What an awesome channel that is, by the way. Really fun. So, come on. We were just talking about the mechanics of a trombone. And this is our good friend, Dallas Arlo Music, who's composed many a tune. And great to have you with us tonight. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's just all about to say. That's pretty cool. And now, how many years have you been playing trombone now?
Since 2005. Oh, so 20 years. That's easy enough.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah. What are some of your favorite songs
Lucky.
to play on the trombone?
Oh, that is definitely a loaded question. I mean, I do a couple on stream if we're talking specifically like songs in this, like actual songs, like I love doing What a Wonderful World by
Mhm.
Louis Armstrong, or what's that one? Uh Wise men say only fools. What's that one called?
Oh, Fools Rush In, right? Yeah, by Elvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't help falling in
Or
love
is it
with
I
you.
Can't Help But
Yeah.
Fall in Love, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Fools Rush In's the name of the movie that used that song. I'm sorry, but
Oh,
there was a movie
okay.
called I don't even want it.
So I was that was because you're not the first person to say that.
Right.
But you are the first person that told me that Fools Rush In was a movie which featured that song. So you're helping me like figure some stuff out.
Anyone in chat, can you remind me, is that a movie that had Matthew Perry and Salma Hayek, or am I thinking of a different movie? Because if anybody knows, please message us in the chat. We'd love to know. See if my memory is
Please.
correct there.
We are begging you.
Yeah, we are begging. Oh, that's the one. Okay, I got it right. I never seen it. But I guess it was good. I have no idea. But yeah, just to repeat the shout to our friend Nurse Huckleberry. Also does also collabs with people too, so it's pretty cool. But Nurse is also known for cooking banger food. It's really amazing. It's an amazing cooking channel. So check it out, especially if you're on the West Coast. It's a good time. Let me see. What am I looking at? I had an egg sandwich tonight, which I'm disappointed. I ate it so fast I can't show it to people now. It was really good though. I promise. Hopefully there's a clip of it somewhere. But oh, you're very welcome, Nurse. Absolutely. Not quite peak Hayek, but not quite peak Perry. But hey, they were popular enough. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, Fools Rush In. How about that? Okay, so now where are we at? We were just talking about that, right? But that's kind of
about my favorite
songs to play, right? So you said Fools Rush. I mean, you said I Can't Help Falling in Love, right? I imagine
I do want to address what Ryan said about Please Be Ska.
Okay.
So, as a young millennial, I'm a 94 baby, so I think that makes me a young millennial.
Okay.
I forget that I'm on the young end of millennials, because some of my family, they're just a little bit younger and they're Gen Z. I don't know. Who cares about all of that? The PlayStation 2 days. The PlayStation 2 days, there was a game called Aggressive Inline Skating, and that featured the song Wrong Way by Sublime, I think. And that song has a killer trombone solo. And I think I had that in my mind when I picked out the trombone in 6th grade. So ska was definitely the inspiration to me picking up the trombone, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It was huge around that time you were growing up, for sure. I mean, everybody from No Doubt to Real Big Fish to the Mighty Bosstones, you mentioned them, and so many great acts of the era. Really fun. Marcus says, "You're a kid." Oh my God, yes, yeah, right, for sure, right. It's great stuff.
I'm just a baby.
Just a baby. What's up, Crickster82? Welcome in, good friend. Welcome in. But let me catch up on chat. There's so much chat to catch up on. I'm so sorry. I was way behind. Let me see. Efat says, or Rahoma says that's like a bugle, what you were demonstrating with the trombone.
Yes, yeah. That was something I was going to say, and then I forgot. So thank you. Exactly like a bugle. Yeah.
And Nurse Huckleberry, thank you so much for the follow. It's really we're thrilled to have you here. let me mention also the Wallster says you guys seem like you'd be in a popular podcast. How about that? Thank you very much. I appreciate
Oh, nice.
that. You have come to the right place, Wallster. Welcome in. But let's keep it going. We have this from E-Fly who says, Dallas, have you ever seen the Funky Spuds trombone cam?
Oh, I don't think so.
So the Funky Spud was
Is that a movie?
No. I can't wait to tell that. No, he was.
Is that a ride?
He has been a music streamer. He hasn't streamed in a bit, but he used to have like really fun like camera angles and effects and graphics while he played all these
cool.
very jazz, like a lot. He focused on a lot of jazz, but also did like covers of like classic pop songs and stuff. So it's a good time. But yes, there's a trombone cam where he would put the camera on the bone of the trombone, so you would see it going back and forth, and it was pointed at his face, and it was going like that. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see, catching up on chat some more. Buzzy Lips. Yep. Continuing on, and I think I'm just about caught up. Yeah, I think I'm just about caught up. Very good. So with us now caught up. We are still taking donations for SoCal wildfire relief. Use !donate in order to donate to the cause, and we will honor you by placing you on the Wall of Love. And we're very excited. This is a great feature on your channel. When did you start doing it? When did you start doing Wall of Love? Like, was that from the jump?
Oh no. It's anyone for Graciana or Blind Bat or P1, you guys might be able to help. I think it was like last maybe October. I think I just wanted another way. I started the Wall of Love first, which was just a Google Doc that I just had sourced on OBS. It's now just like a text element, which is more into the background. This doesn't matter. I get caught up in the weeds very quickly, but yeah, last October I think it started as just like a Wall of Love text, and then I was like, I need something else for this, and then decided to do a song, and then yeah, so I think only like maybe since last October. Oh, you were there last August slash September, and then I think the Shake Weight Redeem came up around that time as well. Yeah. which has a similar like funky tune.
I was gonna say like that's a popular one too. The Shake Weight song.
Yeah. Now that I had to limit it. Yeah. I had to limit it. Well, because I'm a small streamer, and so I don't think that people just have 8,000 points just like laying around, but apparently they did, and there was one stream I think it happened like 4 times, and I was like I don't think I could do this. like my arms, like I do it once, and I will say, and they've done studies on like the benefits, quote unquote, of using a shake weight as a workout device or something, and it just, I think every time it's just like it doesn't really do anything. But I swear every time I do the shake weight redeem, I feel like I get a little bit more vigorous with the muscles. It just kind of gets a little bit. I get more into it every time.
Oh man,
so something to look forward to.
I was gonna say future, like it's more reason.
How yeah,
more reason to go follow Dallas. Yeah. It's like that's
how jacked will I get?
So definitely check that out at Dallas's channel, !guest, if you want to find the link to our pal Dallas's Twitch stream. P1 says you guys were born in the 1900s. I mean, and P1 is automatically assuming I was born in the 1900s, but you are absolutely correct. I was, yeah. It doesn't take long to figure that out, but it's all good, P1. And much love to you too, by the way. Yeah, Crickster says I was teaching high school before you were in first grade. Wow. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Anything else? Best redeemed. There's a cooldown now because of me. This is what I was doing. I love it. I love that.
That may have been because Rahomo. Because, like I said, I mean, because I found you and your community on Twitch. Like, it was one of the first people you were one of the first people I interacted with, and Rahomo has been one of your mods pretty much that entire time, if not the entire time.
Yep.
And so he is one of the people that have kind of been around for a while, so they had a lot of points to burn. And so I started to like, you know, put more expensive things on there. They're like, "Hey, big spender!" They're just like throwing points at me.
Maker makes the same point I was going to make. You beat me to it. Maker says, Rahomo causing chaos? Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah, he causes plenty of chaos over here, too. It's a great time. Great times. Um, last thing I'm going to get into before we get into random questions, and it is this. Let's see. E flat says, I'm shaking just thinking about it. Nice. Nice. That is quality. I love it a lot. Um, all right, so let's get into it. So this is a unique podcast style show where we now will give you the chance to ask questions of our guest Dallas Arlo Music. I'll tell you how in a minute in what we call America's favorite moment in Twitch broadcasting. Do the dance. It's time for random questions. Great stuff. Ask us anything. And let's do it. Use exclamation point question, then type your question into the chat, enter it in, and we'll take your questions in order throughout the remainder of this program. For our friend Dallas Arlo Music, and again, we're taking donations too, so exclamation point donate if you'd like to be a part of that as well. I have to go find. I didn't do it. That's all right. We'll worry about that when we get there. But I want to put the wall of back over here too, so I just need to go back here and copy this, and I'll take care of that in a second. We are about nothing in life other than if we are not improvisers in our world. Okay, there we go. So to get those questions in, we'd love to take a question from any of you tonight ask about anything. It can be about music, it can be about Dallas Arlo's favorite video games or foods, or really anything is on the table. So go ahead and throw it in. There's a question from last week which we did not get to, but I can ask it to you too because I feel like it's a good question. This is from John of Sunhillow. And John of Sunhillow asks, have you ever met any of your musical heroes?
Oh, this is to me.
Yeah, right. That's it. Okay. Yes, Kenny's not here, so this is to you. Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Of course, right. There's something in my brain did not do that. So actually, yes, some of them. So this is kind of a crazy story. So I my dad, I guess this starts with my dad. My dad is an original punk rocker in
Oh,
Detroit, and so he has always been into the music, and he was actually in like a gang of sorts for a little bit there.
dude! Wow.
Yeah. So and they basically were just like a group of guys that just like kept the peace at shows because like it was like the 80s and 90s, and it was like there weren't a lot of like concert security wasn't like a thing, and so they were you know, sort of like you could say contracted or whatever. I think they did it for free, but they would basically like be concert security, or you know, if someone was there like trying to cause like a bad time, they would like forcibly remove them from the thing. And so they had a presence in Detroit
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Like kind of everybody knew who they were,
Yep.
and there were a couple groups like that. So I'll just to say he has always been very very into punk rock music, and so he got me into that early, and so the heroes that I got to meet were the Dropkick Murphys
Dude, no way.
because
Nice.
yeah, so in the Dropkick Murphys, I think they got started in 1995, 1996 ish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they played a lot of East Coast tours. Like so they're from Boston, and they would do like Boston to like Detroit, Wisconsin. They would do these like quick tours like I think 5 or 6 times a year they would come to Detroit, and they would play like these small clubs and or in the basements of small clubs. So after these shows were over, they would just be like hanging out at the bar, just talking to people because they were just like a very like grassroots level band at that point. And so my dad was there for at like the first couple concerts. He fell in love with their sound, and then just has became friends with them really quick. So now he like, you know, we get like backstage passes every time they come. We get to hang out with them like after the show and stuff. Um And then part of my musical journey was that I started to learn guitar in middle school. And this was, if you guys know the movie The Departed,
We do.
they have the Dropkicks. Yeah, they have a the Dropkicks have a song. I'm shipping up
Ship
to
up to
Boston.
Boston.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
dun,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, dun, 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 that one. So that was like their big like ticket to huge stardom was into the they're still like I wouldn't say they're mainstream, but they're like all over like Boston and like the sports team games and commercials and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, oh boy. So yeah, so rewind before the movie The Departed. I think it was like Christmas time, like 2005, 2004, and the lead singer Ken, who was like he's the one who started the band. He's still their lead singer now. Um, he basically just like called my dad up because they have each other's numbers, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Uh, and he's like, "How's it going? How's the sports teams games?" He's like, "How's the family doing?" And then he's like, "Oh, it's like things are going good." He's like, "Oh, Dallas, he just got a guitar. I still have it. This like Squire Stratocaster that I'm kind of borrowing permanently from my aunt." Um, so and he was like, "Oh my god, you should have him learn." They have a song. It's called I don't remember the name because they do a lot of Irish folk tune like punk covers. I don't remember the name of the song that it's originally from, but their version is called Skinhead on the MTBA, which is basically like punk rocker on the like the trains of Boston. So I learned that song and I got to play it with them on stage.
Wait,
In
did you play it on trombone? I'm assuming this is trombone, or
no
this
no no
is.
no on guitar on
Oh,
guitar.
guitar. You said guitar. You said sorry. Yeah.
Yeah yeah
Amazing though.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was that. So I got to do that and so this is kind of a long story. So fast forward to the next summer, we were at the Warp Tour, which shout out Warp Tour, rip in peace.
This is
Although I
amazing.
think it's coming back.
Oh, is it coming back?
Um
Like TikTok is
yeah,
coming
there's
back.
right. Oh my god. The there's a band called the Bouncing Souls, which I don't know, it's an East Coast like New Jersey like skate punk band essentially. They were playing the Warp Tour. They used to play the Warp Tour a lot back in the day. The bass player was just kind of walking through like um the parking lot after their set was over. No one was really around, but me and my dad were there. And him being the talker and the knower of people was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, "Oh, we're huge fans. We've been fans forever." They had music like on there was a game called Street Skater on the PlayStation 1, which is an amazing like skateboarding game for the PlayStation 1. They had at least one or two songs on that soundtrack, and so I had already had like that sound in my brain. But so we're like, oh, we've been fans for forever, and like, oh, Dallas, he plays guitar. He just played, a song with the Dropkicks back in March, and then um, Brian, the bass player, it was like, oh, you should have him come play one for us. And so, like, my dad's like, "Oh, should we exchange numbers or whatever?" He's like, "No, no, no." He's like, "Just show up like before sound check at like noon the day of the concert." And then we're like, "Oh, when are you coming to Detroit?" It was sometime like I don't know, 6 months away from that moment in the summer in Warp Tour in the parking lot. So then I learned the song "True Believers," which we had decided in that moment that would be the song that I would do.
Hmm.
Um, and just kind of like leading up to that, my dad's just kind of like, learn the song. It's like, but just that he's probably going to forget. He probably tells this to all the kids. Um, and so just learn the song, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to go to the concert anyway. We're going to show up early, and just we'll get there early, like he said, and just but manage expectations. You might not actually get to do it. We don't really know. So fast forward to that day, we show up early, and we show up, and like the security wasn't even there yet, so we just walked right in to the venue, and then lo and behold, the bass player Brian walks by.
Hmm.
He's like, "Oh, what's up, guys?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we're from with Dallas, the True Believers, the song back in the summer." He's like, "Oh shit, I totally forgot about that." And we're like, "Oh, it's okay." He's like, "No, no, no, I'll just go talk to the band and see what they think."
Hmm.
So then he goes and talks to the band, and then he comes back like 10 minutes later. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, go get your stuff. Let's do a sound
Nice.
check." So I got to do that. And then for whatever reason, I don't know why this happened. Like a year later, I played with the Dropkick Murphys again. I don't know how that happened, how that deal got brokered, but I don't know. So that's meeting. That's the story of me like meeting my heroes because they were the Dropkick Murphys are still like my favorite band.
Yeah.
So
What an awesome. Wow. What an awesome like trio of moments. Like that's amazing. Like to be able to
Yeah,
play with him once and let alone two times, and then you were on the Warp
it
Tour
was a
too.
cr- it was a crazy couple of years.
Yeah, yeah,
There is even there's a haunted house that's in Pontiac, Michigan that's like known as being like one of the scariest things, you know.
right.
Um, I was like, we were in line for that, and some guy was like, "Oh my god, were you that guy that played at that concert that the drop?" And it's like, "Oh yeah." So like for like 1 year after that,
You were
I
like
was
the
like
dude
recognized
for
around Detroit.
that's so
I was like,
good.
"Is this what fame is like?" I don't know. So that was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. That's really cool. I love that for you though. Thank you, Jonathan Hillo, for that question. It was a really awesome question. I would like to
And
clip
then
that and send that to John because like John meant to ask that last week, but it is a great question. So thank you, John, for the question. All
but
right,
oh, hi Price.
Price, what's up,
But
Price? Welcome in. Come on in.
this is the guitar that I played with.
Oh, that's perfect for
Um,
Warp Tour. Look at that.
yeah.
It really
And
is. Like
so
that's just yeah.
this actually is let's see. This is March or no, November 14th, 2007. That's my all access pass for the Dropkick show.
Mhm.
And then this is the second time I played with the Dropkicks, the backstage pass, and then
Yep.
this was the Souls show. So, which is cool.
Wow.
I just those are always just on there, the
Um,
backstage passes on that.
that is such a cool way to remember all those moments in one guitar. That's pretty neat. Um,
It's
but
cool.
nice to see you, Price. If you do stream, can you let our mods know? We'd love to shout you out as well. Now let's go to Nurse Huckleberry's question. It's great. This is great too. So here is a question: what's your favorite wave of ska? My husband loved third wave, but I just learned about first wave and really like it.
That is a good question. I think I was so a follow-up question to the question. What's a band that you would say is first wave and what's like one band per era? Just so I because I've never heard it as referred to as waves.
Yeah, there definitely were waves. I think third wave might have been the '90s. The first wave would have been like around the time, and Nurse can certainly corroborate this, but I think it would have been like the specials and like the really old stuff, like Madness, would have either been the first wave or the second wave. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah, specials would be first wave.
yeah, like the specials would be for yeah specials would that spot yeah specials would be first wave yeah so like my kind of
Okay.
more '70s stuff yeah.
Let's see. So I'm gonna just find the question in here again. Oh, you're just learning about it, really? Oh, that's awesome. I definitely have a lot of love for the specials for sure. Um, it's just like there was my dad always growing up would play like vinyl records really loud in on the stereo. Um, and so the specials was like definitely one of those. I can just hear Concrete Jungle
Mm-hmm.
playing in the living room. Oh, third waves is more no effects and robofiction. Oh, okay, okay. So based on that, I would say that I guess third wave because I really dig no effects. They're like I mean, I would say they're more skate punk, but they definitely have some tunes that have horns on them. Um, I would say out of the things that I've listened to the most, I would say Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and Less Than Jake. I really dig as well.
Cool. Yep.
But I'm also I think I'm just listing all the ska bands I know at this point, though. I just love them all equally.
No, that's pretty good. I mean, it does sound like you're leaning third wave based on that because I know that the Mighty Mighties the boss tones were definitely part of third wave. So sweet,
Hmm.
yeah. Let me see. But yeah, thank you for the question, Nurse. That's a pretty cool. I love that you have an appreciation for every era of ska as well. So keep the questions coming, friends. If you want to ask another question, you can as well. Use exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Keep going. Good questions so far. Hold on, I'm gonna read this before I say this out loud. Um, all right. I think that was a joke, but let's go to Horror Host Joe's question. How excited are you to play with EBX Aaron?
Oh, so excited. So what that was a question from Joe.
Yes, that's a question from Joe. Yep.
Yeah, just literally so excited. She is just like you were one of my first people that I started watching on Twitch as just a viewer. She is also one of the first people that I started watching, and I think it was during. I think I've been following her for over 2 years now, or we're coming up on. I think we're coming up on 2 or 3 years. Um, she's just been somebody who I've just gotten a lot of inspiration from. I mean, being from, I think we live like 10 minutes away from each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, just incredibly excited, and it's cool because I'd never thought that streaming on Twitch would lead to like working with people in
Hmm.
real life. You know?
Right. One sec. Let me just cut in really fast. Nurse, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate your question and popping in for chat for a little bit. Mods, can we give a shout to Nurse Huckleberry once more as she heads out? Have a great night as well. Thank you so much. Got a buggy god is
Great to
able to
meet you,
drop by.
nurse.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely check out the channel. It's a really entertaining channel. It's a really good stuff. And the production values are off the charts, really good. So,
I followed, and you should too.
yeah, exactly, absolutely. Also, the best commercials. It'll make sense when you get there. It'll
Oh,
make sense when you get there. Um,
nice.
um, let's see. So, but EBX Aaron, what else can you say? And King, can we shout Aaron as well? Like, what a talent! Like EBX Aaron, like just straight up
Oh yeah.
looping, and what a voice too. Like on top of everything else, like she's the leader of Elsie Binks, or the front woman for Elsie Binks, if you will. And
Yeah.
Tinflix, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. It's nice to have you here with us in the chat. And
Hi, Luna. That's Simplex.
oh, nice. I love Dallas, but he needs at least 3 more microphones.
It's true. It's
I
true.
was curious about that too, actually. It's like
I
you're about
just
to host.
so
Yeah.
I know, I feel like I'm being interviewed on like the news. So I bought this microphone is the Shure MV7X. I'll hold it up against the back of the wall here so you can kind of see it. I bought it as a guest microphone. Two mics Arlo. Yep, voice unmuted has been keeping the my street name alive. Two mics Arlo. Um, every time I chat in her stream, she's like, "Oh, it's two mics Arlo." I'm like, "Yo yo." So that's been fun.
Cool.
But yeah, I bought this as a guest microphone for if people come over and stream in this room with me, they have a good microphone to speak into. And so, but in the meantime, I'm just using it as my second microphone just because it sounds good. And and it, and
Who
yeah,
needs a cloud lifter when you just get another microphone?
right. It's its own cloud lifter. We lift. You know what we do? You know what we do? We lift each other up. That's what these microphones do.
I like it.
It's just like lifting me up.
I like it a lot. Yeah. But now, when are you going to play with EBX here? When will this will go down?
So that is. Let me open up my calendar. That's going to be the 15th of February. It's going to be an IRL gig. It will be streamed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whose channel it's going to be on. So it's going to be me, Aaron, and Cesar Aquino Music, who is if you don't know Cesar, he's a fantastic musician. So he'd be a great person to have on your show because he's incredible.
You're right. Like
Um,
his voice
and
and yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he has like a buttery, effortless, like tenor voice, and it's just gorgeous. So yeah, so the gig will be all three of us, and so we all stream on Twitch. So someone is going to stream the event on their channel. We don't know who yet, but
Okay. Okay.
we'll be sure to tell people.
We'll keep our ears and eyes peeled for it. So thanks for
Yeah.
the mention. Gibson Lens, welcome in, by the way. Can we give a shout to Gibson Lens too? Awesome. Talking about
Hey Gibson.
composers. Good to see you, my friend. Um, so yeah, Joe, what a terrific question. Thanks for getting the word out about that too, because like that is exciting stuff. Like to do it now, you've already like I would normally ask how nervous would you be to perform in front of people with a band of that caliber, but you already perform with the Dropkick Murphys. Like I think
Well, I was too young to kind of realize what was happening. I think back then.
mm-hmm,
Um, Although the second time, so that all occurred, I think, from the ages of like 12 to 14. It was like
mm-hmm.
3 years in a row I was doing something badass with like a band. Um, so, but by the time I when I was like the last time I did it, I was very nervous, and that was a lot to overcome. But yeah, and then just to kind of follow up on something for Joe, because they had asked about performing with Aaron. So what at some point, because her and I did a stream at my house back in, I think, like October, or no, I think it was like July. We're gonna do that again at some point. Um, and then we are also going to be doing another IRL thing. It's not like out there yet, but it's like a concert that her and I are going to do together. We're gonna like write music together and then perform it for people. So that'll be another IRL thing, and it's just so cool to be asked to do something once, let alone twice, by such a badass of the music industry.
Yeah, absolutely. It just speaks to
Yeah.
how well you're doing making music, my friend. I think it's a high mark for sure. Like it's got to be such
Oh,
an
thank you.
honor.
It's crazy. I never thought it would like I just thought it would be like just me and like however many people show up playing awkward music for people, but it's turned into like a really interconnected community with yours, so many different people and
Yeah.
friendships and in collaborations and all that kind of stuff. It's been very, very cool.
Yeah, it's always remarkable to look back when you have a whenever there's a beat, whenever there's an idle moment in your life, just look back and just see the things that have happened, and your life is a very well lived life so far. That's exciting stuff. Like it's really cool to see the people you've been able to perform with. So I'd just say keep it continue. That's great. Um, would you do a musical one day, or maybe you've done one? Maybe you composed a musical already. Like, is there anything in that of that caliber in the works?
That is hilarious that you just asked that question
Mm-hmm.
because that is one of my goals this year
Ooh.
to write a musical.
This is great. So like if you now would you know off the top of your head like what you would want to have a musical about? Or is that still kind
No.
of being just okay, okay. That's okay. It's okay.
That is still yeah. And it's so funny because I meant to tease that on like one of my last streams, and then I get distracted so easily by really anything. Could be a speck of dust flying in front of my eyes, but usually chat. So I literally I said on my stream the other day, I was like, "Oh, I was gonna not leak this for a while, but I want to do," and then I was gonna say musical, and then I got distracted and I never said it. And I was like, I was watching my VOD back because I will usually like play my VODs like in the background just because it just helps me improve. It just, but I'll usually play it in the background like while I'm cleaning or something, just to go like, oh, that was an awkward moment. Like, oh, I could have, done this or saying this better or whatever. But I was like, oh my god, I totally left them in the lurch there. They had no idea what I was getting at there. But yeah, so it's hilarious that you asked that question because that is a goal of mine for this year is to write a musical.
That's fantastic. And I feel like it's the perfect demo for you too. So like I'm very happy about this. This is great.
I really appreciate that,
Mhm.
and I will be utilizing that the Dam collaborations like private Discord that I have with streamers, which you're in, and so I'm gonna be there's going to be like a whole plot line. There's going to be a story. There's going to be characters, and if you're in, you're definitely
Oh
there'll
man,
be a spot for you for sure.
I'll tell you what, I'm
Yeah,
honored to thank you so much for even thinking about like putting me into in
of
as part
course.
of this. This is gonna be great. Yeah. But put me in like a bit role. I feel like it'd be too much pressure to do anything substantial. Like I'll be just like
I
get
think
like
it'll
yeah.
the wheels are turning for like story and like plot development. I'm still working on it. Actually, one of my hobbies when I was in high school and college was me and one of my best friends. We would just like sit down and like write movie scripts for
Oh.
like movies that would never be made. And so and I actually
Yeah.
one of my only originals on my channel is called Project or no, Theme to Project Vanguard. It's a piano instrumental. That is the piano instrumental that inspired us to write one of our like science fiction space movies that we
Mhm.
wrote. Um, so I want to sit down with those people again and like,
Yeah.
it's like getting the band back together and like we're gonna write a script.
That's well, the name of that just sounds exciting. Like Project, what was it? Vanguard? Project Vanguard.
Vanguard. I mean, it was basically the plot to Halo 3, but
I mean, if you got to draw for inspiration, that's a good one, right? Like it's pretty solid.
because it was like during the college years, and my friend he actually majored in like theater technical production, whatever that degree is technically called.
Yeah.
Um, so he majored in theater, and so he knew like how to make a script. And oh boy, I'm forgetting the punchline of this. But yeah, maybe I'll think of it.
No sweat. I'll catch up on chat in the meanwhile. First of all, Blind Batch is bean spelled, but then King follows up with a pickle bean redeem. King says, I heard bean. Well played. Well played. It's a pickle bean, though. This is fine. So the pickle beans I like. So let's go do a pickle bit.
Oh, it is
It's literally what it says. Just pickles. As a bean.
nice.
Pretty good. Oh, thank you, P1, for loving this collab and format. We really appreciate you being here. I say this every time we do this, but like, this show would never be as good as it is without you all in the chat. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like, you've made this an amazing show tonight. So thanks very much, everybody. All right, so catching up on chat some more. Let's see. But yeah, good to see Kibbs and Lunds in the chat. To Mike Arlo. I'm gonna give a shout. Let's say, Aaron, if you're watching, both Aarons actually, the Lunar Raccoon as well, because I know you've recently gotten to befriend our mutual friend, the Lunar Raccoon from via the Jev channel. So Aaron, if you're watching this, what's up? What up? Good to see you. And
what's up, Aaron?
Yeah, I love that. And I knew from the jump, like, you all were gonna get along so well because you both love musical theater. You both love music.
Oh yeah,
and it's pretty cool. You both are funny. Like, it's great. EBXR, what up as well? Good to see you as well, if you happen to be watching this. All right. So let's see. Let's get to the next question from the possibly. It's always possible that our friends are lurking friends. So
true.
Let's go to E Flat, who says, could you recommend up to 3 songs for a new listener of the Dropkick Murphys to start listening to?
Yes. It would have to span multiple albums. A lot of the albums that I'm going to recommend are the earlier ones. They're still writing music and it's still really good, but I haven't done a deep dive of it really. Off of their first album, would it be okay if I pulled it up? Would that be all right?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. I mean, I could. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem. Glad to. I mean, they have an extensive catalog, so it's totally fine to look it up and everything.
I could rattle off random songs. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
Yeah. King did also say earlier, as you looked that up, like, King did mention Sandwich Show the musical, which I think is hysterical idea.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
It would be fun. King says Dropkick Murphys beginner kit. Exactly. Like, just like a primer, like 3 songs to get you going that you'd recommend. Like, I feel like if you had that for any other artist, you could do the same thing. So for example, like, if someone were to say, if you're a fan of ABBA, give me 3 ABBA songs that you should recommend and listen to. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't have that on me, but I'm just saying, like,
I think. Sorry, when I said okay, I meant like I was like okay. I was mentioned like okay, I'm ready to do.
You ready to do it? Okay.
Saying like I wasn't responding to you. I forget what you were saying, but I was like okay, and that would have sounded really passive aggressive in that moment. That's not
no, you're fine.
toward you. Not at all. Okay. So their first album, Do or Die, that's the album. The song "Memories Remain" is my favorite song off that album. But really the whole album is great. Moving on to their album from 2001, I would say The Gauntlet. Is anybody writing this down? Should I be linking these into chat?
Are you taking notes, E-Flat? Got that pen and paper ready? All right. Very good. So The Gauntlet is one.
So tough. It's so tough because their music spans multiple different vibes and genres. I guess all music does that. But for, I guess, the third song off of their album Blackout, I would say to get a sense of their like Celticness, Black Velvet Band, which is it's like a standard Celtic folk tune. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, that's kind of nice. It just kind of hits their heritage, if you will. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually do like a couple songs on each album that
Mhm.
are like an Irish folk tune. They have at least a couple like slower songs. I didn't recommend any of those, but there is, if I were to do a fourth one, it would be the song Forever off of their Meanest of Times album from 2007. It's the green one.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to start. Thank you thank you for putting that all together. Like, cause like to try to remember through all those albums too. Like, I can see the challenge of that too. So, we appreciate you for that. Um, yeah.
Those are the albums that I keep going back to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tinflix, thank you very much. Like, I'm glad you like it. This is a little Pac-Man display that my cousin gave me a couple years ago. So it's a fun way to accent the living room, or I'm sorry, the living room, the stream room, should I say? But yeah, and E flat says, yeah, oh yeah, I know Black Velvet Band. Yeah, thanks, Netflix. Yep, it look pretty. It looks great on camera, right? It's like, um, so that's it for questions for the moment. We'd love to take some more questions. Get into the round in, everybody. Use exclamation point question followed by the question itself. Um,
I
yeah.
do remember what I was going to say earlier, if
Okay.
this helps. So, it was about that script, that one of the scripts we had written was called Project Vanguard, and how I joked that it was basically the plot to Halo 3, which it was. What we would do, because we were like a group of like five, just like best buds from high school. We stayed in touch in college. Most of us kind of stayed in the area for at least a couple of years before like moving away. So, but it was we really there were some years we only saw each other over Christmas break, and so what we used to do was we would go over to my friend Kyle's house, and we would just like go into his parents had like a nice like finished basement, and they had a TV down there with an Xbox and stuff. So we would play like all the Halo games from start to finish with like on legendary with like all like the skulls turned on. I don't know if you guys are if you, the Halo nerds know what I'm talking about. So we would play it on the highest difficulty setting. We would play it for like 2-3 days in a row and like barely sleep. So it's no wonder why we wrote a movie that was basically the plot to Halo, because it was all we consumed for like a 72-hour period.
I got you. It was that time though. It was that time. Like it was a big
It
deal.
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um, oh, the questions come up in the chat. I'm always glad to get reminded to do this question because sometimes I do forget. So thank you, E flat. This is a very important question. This is very like this is a crucial. We're very serious here on the Sandwich Show. Very serious. Here we go. What is the best breakfast food? Asks E flat. Waffles, pancakes, French toast, or crepes?
Out of those options, that's all I have.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go pancakes,
Ooh. I think
but
I heard a butt.
but a big but. I'm just kidding. So stupid. I'm so juvenile. So with the caveat that usually what I do is I order uh, a whomping helping of biscuits and gravy,
Mm-hmm.
extra gravy, with a side of pancakes.
Oh, interesting. Now, would you,
Leaving it all out there.
do you take the pancakes and merge them with the gravy and the biscuits? Like, does the gravy end up interacting with the pancakes on some level? No. You just have bamboozled face right there. Okay, okay. I think that answers the question.
No, it's definitely it's you've got your sweet flavor and your savory flavor.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
two different flavors.
We're making a comeback. That's right, Eve. Let's go. You and me, baby. Let's go. Because the two of us are big pancake people as well. So like we're grateful to have your support for Team Pancakes. I appreciate you. I do not accept pancakes as a side. I'm sorry, this is blind bat. Ah, that's all right. No problem. We respect that. Bean boozled face. Abort, abort. That was a face. That was a face. Oh my goodness. French toast soup. Privacy says Graciana. For now. But pancakes are coming, I'm telling you. For now.
I will say, I mean, French toast, it's probably the easiest out of all of them. Waffles are good.
mhm.
Like if there's like a continental breakfast situation and they have a waffle maker, I'm making a waffle. But like trying to butter a waffle is like a horrible situation. I hate having to butter a waffle. Buttering a pancake is way easier, but I will I'll say that French toast is more filling for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I think there's no dispute on the filling factor for French toast. Let's say hello to CAUA785. Welcome, friend. Welcome to the sandwich show. Nice to have you here, and thank you for the
Hello, hello,
follow.
welcome in.
Beautiful to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us here. This is Dallas Arlo Music, our guest tonight, and Dallas Arlo Music is a man of many talents. So has many, or as you play guitar, you play piano, you play trombone, you compose music, you loop, and and honestly, it's like every one of those things is very very awesome to do, and but to be able to do them all, that's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, that's who we
Thanks,
and
Davey.
absolutely big fan of Scott. Now, do you play any other horn instruments? Do you play trumpet too, or saxophone, or is it?
I used to
Mm-hmm.
play trumpet. I gave it to a friend who's a music teacher. I was like, hey, you should just I just like give this to your school because I didn't really play it very much.
Mm-hmm.
I have a clarinet in the closet um, that I'm just kind of borrowing permanently from a friend, but I don't really know how to play it. I can make a sound, but I like only know how to like do like one thing. It's like I couldn't read music, but I can like make a sound that sounds half decent. Um, there's a euphonium is another brass instrument that I play. I don't own one because they're like really expensive, and there's not a lot of job opportunities for euphonium players.
It's fair.
Um,
Yeah, it's fair.
um, so yeah, from a gigging perspective, it doesn't make much sense to own one. And then my wife is actually a tuba player, so I can play a little bit of tuba, but that's definitely not in the wheelhouse for sure.
Got you. Pretty cool. Aoife, thank you for your question. And always good to revisit the topic of breakfast wars. So now to Ulo, who has checked in. What's up, Ulo? Welcome in. So glad to have you here in the chat with us tonight. Ulo's been here for a little bit of the stream. So here's your question from our friend Ulo. The question itself: what are some genres slash styles that you haven't spent much time with that you are interested in? Like a question.
That's a good question. Oh, we're
Oh,
getting a
and me
raid.
too. Nice. Well, let me go welcome everybody in, and then we'll go and get back to the question. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. Oh, that's right. Change. I should probably change. I should change the patch. I should change the patch here. Okay, here we go. I predict a riot. I predict a riot. Thank you so much for the raid towards night. Welcome in, friend. How's it going tonight? Good to have you with us. So a shout to our pal towards night, who is a freestyle rapper on Twitch, and nice to have you with us. Yeah. And thank you for the follow too, my friend. Okay, so we are here tonight. My name is Davey, by the way. I'm a variety streamer based in Los Angeles, California. I did meet towards night at TwitchCon back in October. Was it September? Wait, it was September, wasn't it? Yeah. For a hot second, but we did meet at one point for a little bit. How was your stream? Hope the stream went well. Holla at your boy. That's a great name. Thank you for the follow as well. And Pangeo Sky Riku 123. I appreciate your follow as well. Welcome everybody to the Sandwich Show. It's nice to have you all here. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Sweet. Back at you, TN. All right, so let's see. We're gonna welcome Swatter79 and Sniper as well into our chat. We've been chatting with Dallas. So, I mean, we just mentioned that Dallas performs many different instruments. It's a pretty well-rounded catalog of repertoire that you have. So Ulo's question was the question itself: what are some genre styles that you haven't spent much time with that you are interested in?
It's a really good question because I do try to experiment with as many styles as possible just to see like what I can make in that particular style. I do have plans to write like a trap sort of like hip hop song for my channel. So that to answer your question in the in that way, that's something that I'm going to do. Yeah. Oh, the breakdance song. That
The
was a good
break,
song.
nice.
Um, yeah, I have such a love for hip hop, and I guess another good answer would be R&B. I love R&B. I have not written a lot of R&B. I think anytime I try to write something in R&B, it turns into more of a like 70s style funk song. And so I'd like to try and hold true to that genre because I love R&B.
I
So yeah.
I love that you love R&B because I love R&B too. I do. Classic, current, everything in the middle. Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
We're talking, kind of similar to the wave question with ska. Like, is there a particular era of R&B that you like?
Oh my god, I mean, you can't get you have to say 90s. Oh my god, 90s. And there's not I haven't listened to a lot of it, but what I have listened to is just like so good. Like New Edition. I think they're considered R&B.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely, yeah, yeah.
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 Um, they're the first one that comes to mind.
Wait, New Edition? Interesting. They're kind of 80s too, right? Aren't
Yeah.
they like 80s and
Yeah,
90s? Like,
they're definitely 80s, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Not bad. No, these
I'm
are
trying to
great.
think.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Graciana says, "I knew that Maxwell song got to you." Huh?
Yeah. So I said on stream the other day that I can body roll like it's no one's business or whatever because I'm just silly and I felt like saying something so outlandish as that. And then so then my chat said prove it, and then Graciana threw a song link and it was a song by Maxwell, and I basically just like did like a body roll dance and it was really fun. And it was the exact vibe that I was looking for sure.
Not you exposing yourself, says Graciana.
What, you don't have to say it like that, Graciana. What's
It's phenomenal. That's so funny. Um, but ooh, that's a great question. Thank you so much for asking for
Yeah,
your
great
question
question.
tonight. Good stuff. Now let's go to the elephant in the room. Our friend Graciana with the next question, who says, not really an elephant in the room. Just it just happens to be the same person that we were talking to, but so you wrote screenplays, but have you ever written fan fiction? What would you write? Oh, write fan fiction about.
And I
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
right, right. And I feel like Graciana happens to know the answer to this question because we've talked about it. Um, I'm just gonna out myself as a Twilight fan. Okay, big Twilight fan. Um, so that is the first thing that comes to mind is that that's probably like the one of the like universes that I like know the most about. I guess though, if I were to expand it to more things, I mean maybe like The Office, that would be fun, like fan fiction for The Office, or like some of like the TV shows that were like on Netflix for such a long time.
The Office is like I don't know if I'm ready to say it's iconic yet, but The Office is definitely classic. Yeah, that'd be really good
Oh,
material. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Sniper, have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate you raiding in with Towards Night. Got to go have a great rest of the night. Take care, everyone. Absolutely, Sniper. Thanks so much for stopping by for a little bit.
Nice to meet you, Sniper.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, great material. Great material there. But cool. Any? Oh yeah, were there other ones? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
Oh, for fan fiction,
Yeah.
I've never done it before, so I think that it would have to like Twilight is the first thing that comes to my mind because it's just kind of like it's omnipresent on my channel.
That would have a
Like
lot of material. That would have a lot of potential. Like you just
it
said,
really would.
really would. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Like probably some Edward Jacob fan fiction, honestly. Just maybe it's just because they're on
You're just
screen
getting
right
right to the
there.
core of it. I mean, you're not bouncing
But I think
around.
that
Like,
I'm not. You know what? I'm not. Maybe maybe some Carlisle Charlie fan fiction. Maybe they get together. You know, maybe they become friends and
wow.
realize that there's a spark there. You know, maybe it's writing itself. Maybe it's writing itself. I don't know.
No, you're absolutely right. Like, you're just kind of playing to what everybody was thinking, essentially. Like going
Right.
these. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, and then just to take it even one thing further, because like everyone is thinking about it, obviously. run the same wavelength, is like in this universe where Jacob and Edward are like having a fling together. They feel like they have to hide it from Charlie and Carlisle, but Charlie and Carlisle are off doing their own thing, and it's like this. What is it, like that third person omniscient thing where it's like the audience knows what's happening, but the characters don't, and there's all this tension where like this like group of four people don't know what's happening, but like the audience does, and then they finally realize that they're all the same, and then they just go like get dinner or something. I don't know. It's just to throw something out there.
You're resolving the potential tension, or specifically the sexual tension between all these characters. That's kind of it's
Yeah.
kind of cathartic, actually, to be able to do that in a position where the books and the movies did not. They just kept. So
Well, and I think it'd be fun. Something that I've wanted to do is,
mhm.
I don't know why, and anytime I bring it up, I get the chat pumps the brakes, because I would really love to read Twilight on stream. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't have an opinion. I have no opinion on that. I have no opinion on that. And I think that could go
Yeah.
either way with
Well,
the
because
community. Like, I don't know.
no, I know. I mean, because it's against copyright. You're not supposed to read something. It would be a performance, you know.
Oh yeah.
But what I could do along this lines is like maybe use Chat GPT to write fan fiction about Twilight and then read that on stream. Maybe.
That would be very entertaining. Yeah, very entertaining. Yeah. But let's say a good night to Ulo. Ulo says 11 p.m. and I'm gonna lurk and listen while I try to sleep. It's been really cool hanging out. Nice to meet you, Dallas. Take care, all, and have a good one. And thank you, Ulo. Have a good one
Nice
as
to meet
well.
you too.
Yeah, Ulo's one of the nicest people on the entirety of Twitch, so it's great to see you again, Ulo. Take care, my friend. Um, okay, so I think that was the last question in the queue. So Graciana, terrific question. Like it really brought together so many ideas. So we're gonna give the chat one last go at questions. Last round. This is the last round. We'll give you about a minute, and then we'll close up the queue and we'll say goodnight. But your questions tonight have been very, very good once again. So thank you everybody for pitching in with some good topics. Good topics. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I mean, it's really remarkable to see the number of people that you will meet streaming on Twitch, and you see the common interests like that of Twilight. That's, by the way, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
both Aarons are big fans of Twilight too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably. I actually
Probably.
don't know, but
It's a fair
that,
guess.
that seems like that's probably true.
Yeah. So so we'll see. I don't know where they'll weigh in on the Team Jacob or Team Edward position, but I'm sure they have an opinion.
It's the question of the decade, or 2 decades ago.
Who is the better dressed of the two? Because I think that would have been my lean. I thought it was
Well,
Edward.
Jacob was always half naked, so you can't really say him. He was never wearing a shirt.
That's what I mean. Like I think Edward
Yeah.
just had the better style of the two. So just from that,
Yeah,
I
for sure.
think I would just go Team Edward.
Yeah.
Besides, I feel like there are moments in Twilight where Jacob just kind of just needs to get over himself. Like it just kind of happens.
Yes. The thing is because I watch all the Twilight movies every year. I try to make an effort to do that because I just love them. Um, I read some of the books growing up, and just love the movies. The as an adult, watching this, like young adult like drama movie, this like love story take place, I start to side more with Jacob because he just wants Bella to have a normal life, you know. Um, like there's a specific set of challenges that come along with being a vampire and being immortal, you know. And so it's like
Right.
you start to be like, maybe Jacob was onto something here, you know.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's a very good point because it's clear that Edward has a clear agenda. Like there's a total agenda on when you compare the two. So I guess that's such a good point. That's a good point. Like
Yeah.
my cursory knowledge of this universe, and it is very cursory. Like there's probably this is just the absolute bare minimum like that anyone could ever know about Twilight. But I do believe you have a point. That's a really good point. It seems like Jacob is reluctantly a vampire. Would that be a way to put it, or
Jacob's a werewolf.
oh well, yeah, right, werewolf, because So the people who are half naked in the jeans are the well rolls.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you for educating this group on the
I am. Call me anytime about this.
All right, sounds good. So, Gracie, we hope we've addressed your question to the best of our abilities. Um, I think we're gonna
I think
close.
even beyond our abilities.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. So,
I think
Gracie,
Graciana had one more question. Yeah.
yeah, we're going to close it up with this question. Gracie, incidentally, Team Charlie, respect. Um, all right. So, the question from Graciana is: do you really use condiments, or was that a cover up?
I do. I do. I'm just straight up like a ketchup stan, you know? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love like a barbecue sauce. Like if we're talking like at Buffalo Wild Wings, um I always get my wings like extra extra wet. And it shows up on your receipt because you know, as a observant person, like oh, like when I say to the, you know, server I want these like extra extra wet, it'll say like 3 wet on there because they just do like a number and then the number and then the word wet. So I'll be like, hey, can I get these you know, honey barbecue wings 3 wet, you know? Just, you know,
Oh man,
you get to learn the lingo, you know.
this spicy lingo over there. Like it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Because that's how it goes on there.
oh yeah. No, I got you. I got you. Wait, I haven't been to. By the way, I mean you're talking about wings and such. Like I haven't been to B Dubs in a minute. Like this sounds like a good. They have a lot of good deals. Like they have like every day of the week. There's like a really good deal. Like
They are just begging people to come into the store. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. May have to take them up on that one of these days. Um,
Yeah.
Graciana says, "What condiments do you put on your sandwiches, though? Very important to this community." Ah, this is a great question, Dallas. I'll let you field it first.
I mean, mayo is a really good condiment. If you've never had a burger with like mayo on the bun and then you toast the bun on the grill, that's amazing. So like
I haven't taken the leap. I came closest tonight. I was very close to doing that tonight. I was like,
it's really good.
we should try this sometime. Okay, I think it's worth. I mean, I love your endorsement, so I'll definitely
Yeah.
try it one of these days. Yeah.
If you put the mayo on the bun and then throw the bun in the pan in a pan
Right.
to
Right.
like crisp it,
Mm-hmm.
it's incredible.
Dig
It's really
that.
good.
Dig that. Okay. Okay. I know it's a very popular. It's like one of the new popular choices. Like that's kind of cool. Okay, so it's worth a shot. So many people have said it's great, so I should try it. Um.
I've been not necessarily a condiment, but I've been getting a sunny side up egg on my burgers lately.
Ooh.
That's
I
really good.
Oh, I highly recommend that, everybody. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good call. Um. I guess like let me answer this too. So like um. Yeah, every sandwich has a different. Every sandwich has something different to it. That's why I can't really say any one consistently. So it depends on what the sandwich is. But I think mayo is probably the most compatible across the board with everything. So that's probably why I'll go with mayo. But it doesn't really play out that way all the time. So this mayo sandwich I had to I mean the mayo sorry. The I had a mayo sandwich last week. That was awful. Please don't ever do that. That was brutal. Never do that. But the egg sandwich tonight did not need anything except Tabasco. Tabasco is perfect. So I don't know if that's a condiment. Is that a condiment?
Oh yeah, I think so.
I guess so. Okay, so then Tabasco with eggs, great. Um, ham with mayonnaise, right? Hot dogs with mustard. So I always feel like there's a specific condiment that goes great with a specific meat.
See, this is where I veer because I'm not a mustard person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm technically allergic to mustard, honestly.
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah, but it's a flavor I've not never gotten into. So I'm a ketchup on a hot dog person. I hate to say it.
Oh, wow. Because you
Yeah,
don't
I
like
know.
mustard.
I know.
I get it.
Yeah. Hmm.
I get it. Yeah, we've heard a lot of backlash towards ketchup on mustard. I mean, ketchup on hot dogs. So, but I get your
Can I
argument.
make it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I make it even worse, or perhaps better, depending on your thing? So there was I don't know if if it's a specific thing to Einstein Bagels. I don't know if it's their thing, but I've had like it was like an Asiago bagel hot dog, and I put cheddar cheese on it, like melted cheddar cheese, and barbecue sauce on it, and that was so good. It was so good.
Ooh.
Definitely out of left field, but it was really good. Yeah, it was amazing.
Ooh. I value this highly. This is great. Yeah.
You have to try
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
King says Tabasco is a condiment. It's spicy hot sauce made from red peppers, vinegar, and salt. It's great too. Yeah. Okay. I'll take that for sure, King. Blind Bat says, "Oh, the mayo convo or the condiment convo." Bad was really looking forward to that convo. Nothing wrong with ketchup on a hot dog. Yeah. I mean,
Thank you. I
that's
think we should start a support group.
I don't mean wrong is such a strong word. Nothing wrong is such a strong choice of words there. I mean, it's kind of wrong, but it does work sometimes. I mean,
well, if anyone here needs support, I think once a month we're going to get together. Me and Blind Bat. We're going to have a support group for people who are judged for putting ketchup on a hot dog.
We are going to need photos of this for science, says King. Yeah. Yeah, he's right. Like, King's right about that. So that's just about it, everybody. Wow. Thank you so much for all your contributions tonight. As I said, like, this show doesn't run without you all in the chat. So thank you everybody for jumping in. Dallas, I mean, I know you have a lot of things cooking at your channel. Are they, in addition to your IRL gig with EBX Aaron, is there anything else that's coming up in the pipeline on your channel?
Right now, I'm taking a little bit of a break in between things. Last December, as you mentioned, I did a damn Christmas spectacular. That took a lot of energy, so I'm taking a little bit of time off to kind of figure out what my next move is. But this year, I want to write a musical, and I also want to release basically an album of like a soundtrack. It was similar to like the concept of a musical, but just like orchestral music to like a movie that just doesn't exist, you know? Like an action movie.
I love the idea of an action movie.
Something like that. Something kind of like between like Danny Elfman and like Hans Zimmer and those kinds of things.
Damn Christmas Spectacular, by the way. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I was just gonna say those are my two things that I want to do this year, but there's nothing that I want to plug that's like an event that's coming up other than there's gonna be a stream in February on the 15th when me, Aaron, and Cesar get together. But I don't know whose channel that's going to be on, so I can't even say.
That's great.
What's going on with that? So,
well, I guess you could just spin a wheel for it. That'd be part of the content, like,
right?
Whose channel is it gonna be? Yeah. But yeah, I put a link to the Damn Christmas Spectacular, which highly recommended viewing. It's really, really good, and we also share some anecdotes about ourselves during this collab. So, all the networks need to be covered. Yeah, for sure. Like, shared chat, like, that'd be amazing. P1 says, I would like to announce that I am indeed a ketchup on hot dog person. I am not ashamed, and I will not apologize. That is all.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to shame you for that, because I don't think that's what it's about on the Sandwich Show. So I doesn't mean I'm agreeing with it. I'm just not going to shame you for it.
Threes in chat if you're with me on ketchup on a hot dog. Is that what they did in that movie series? What's it called? The Hunger Games. Was it 3?
I'm not sure what the number was. Yeah, I'll have to defer to chat.
I didn't get that wrong.
Yeah. P1 says the correct next move is introducing a third mic.
It's true. I do have more mics I could use, but should I? Should I?
Could always dig out that one from the closet and just add it. Or
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Christiana says, stay strong, Davey. Thank you. I'm glad to have someone in my corner. feel like I'm getting outnumbered here tonight. Oh my goodness. Holy Moses. I mean, uno, dos, adios. No, you're good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And by the way, King, thank you for the hydrate redeem earlier. I did. I think that was great timing because I needed a little bit of hydration, particularly in the throat. So I am grateful to you for reminding me. I'm on any side that Graciana isn't. That's I'm not surprised at all.
That is true.
I'm not surprised at all.
Those two are constantly bickering.
I guess it's good engagement, I suppose. So yeah. Graciana says I'm blessed. Nice. But when's your next stream? Like when maybe just a quick reminder of your schedule. Like when do you normally stream?
Sure. Yeah, so I stream typically 3 days a week. I do work a full-time job, which does, sometimes get in the way of me having the energy to stream. But I've been pretty good about having to be consistent with Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And it's basically during this time block. I like to try and start by 8, but lately I've been like starting around 9. But I go for a couple hours and I do lots of cover streams with guitar, piano, banjo sometimes. And then I do some production streams. I just kind of do the longer that I've been streaming, I've just kind of realized that I have to just do whatever I feel like doing. Otherwise, I'll get bored and burn out and then not want to do it. So I just kind of do whatever I feel like doing in that particular day. So
love it.
It's a wild ride, but it's really fun.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that the people in your community have stayed with you on this wild ride and kept their arms and legs inside the cabin and held on and fastened their seatbelts because it sounds like a fun time. And every time I'm there, it's always a good time. Great vibes too.
So much love to them. My community is an amazing community. Yeah, sometimes we do laundry folding streams. That's true.
Oh, true story. Oh yeah,
wow. That's probably what. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that'd be a good day to do laundry folding.
Dallas Arlo Music, most efficient stream on Twitch. Most productive stream. That's great.
Yeah, right. Sometimes.
But you'd be surprised, like people will get into like if you. I mean, imagine there used to be TikToks of people folding laundry, and I bet you thousands of people watch them. So don't never know where content can come from.
Well, and it's just about doing, and we did Blind Bat. We did do a puzzle, Davey. If you don't know about jigsawpuzzles.io, it's amazing.
Oh wow.
You can do a puzzle like with your stream. They just like click on a link and then they can just go to a page and then you do a puzzle together. It's amazing. But I just sometimes like I don't have the energy to do music, even like doing covers. So I'll just be like, hey, we're just gonna do a puzzle today, or I'm just gonna fold laundry in chat, and thankfully people, still show up and we have a great time.
I like it. I love the puzzle. I also beat Graciana in the puzzle, so W. Wow. Holding nothing back, P1.
I told you. It's constant.
Sometimes once we do puzzles. Well, hopefully
it was cooperative. It was cooperative.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a competition. It was a collaboration. Okay.
Right.
That's actually even better because then like you feel like everybody's part of it when it is a collaboration, and it's a little bit like how when I play Portal with my pal, the Rusty Panda, we're definitely trying to beat the game together. So it really adds.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure. And so it's always fun to do that game. And puzzles I love puzzles. So I will definitely be down if I see you doing puzzles, and I'll root you all on since it's a collaboration. I dispute that. Well, I guess that's fair. P1 disputes it. But
thus is your right to P1TM.
Oh man, I love it so much. So thank you all once again. Dallas, thank you so much as well. If you want to follow Dallas, use !podcast. You'll find out more about our friend's channel. And big time mod love to King Dambreaker too, everybody. Show some mod love to our friend King. And it was great to see some of our other friends like Rahomo and Crickster in the chat too. And we had a lot of really great people checking in the chat tonight. And so really great to hear from you. Great questions from a lot of people, including like Nurse Huckleberry. Like that's an awesome question. Like it was a really good question. I was it's a because like the ska does really have like different eras. So like it's
Oh yeah,
neat to get into that.
I had never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And E Flat with some awesome questions too. Like a lot of really great questions across the board. So Graciana, P1, everybody had really good questions. Blind Bat, I think, had one. And I thought King did too. I'm not sure, but great stuff, y'all. So now the question of where to raid. I have a couple in mind. Do you have a couple in mind too? Feel free to suggest anybody if you got anyone on your radar. But I do have a couple in mind for sure. Because I know a mutual friend of ours. I know you're I believe I'm pretty sure you're a regular over at EBX Aaron, right? You would have to be to know each other so well. But
Oh, is she streaming right now?
Aaron is not, but one of our mutual friends is.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if you know that they stream because it's actually, I think, did I end up reading there at one point? No. Aaron did. I think that's right. EBX Aaron read it over, but oh, thank you, Graciana. This has been amazing. Love you both.
Who is it?
It's our friend Seda. Seda.
Oh yeah, Seda. That's right.
Yeah. So we could go there, or we could go to music. Either one.
Yeah, there's some cool people on tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A lot of good people on tonight, actually. So,
if you want, do you know Jane Rio?
I do know Jane Rio. Yeah, Jane is good people. Oh, that's that '90s vibe, right?
I just rated into her on yesterday, and I didn't know them.
Oh, okay, yeah. But you mentioned you really like R&B, and Jane has definitely got the chops.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. P1, thank you so much as well. Love this. Got to head off right on P1. Thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. It's really great to have you here. Let me give a shout to P1 too, because P1 is also streaming, folks. So give our friend, give our friend P1 a follow as well. Much love to everybody from Dallas Arlo Music's community. I really do appreciate you being part of this tonight. If you missed any part of this, you can catch our VOD replay here on Twitch or on YouTube, where we will post that tomorrow. Yeah. This is the love. Yeah. I love it a lot. Okay, so we'll start the raid to Jane Rio. Jane is really cool. Really nice person for sure. Jane is good people. So let's do it. Read over to Jane. Follow Jane Rio because the talent is undeniable. And we'll start the raid now. Thank you so much. And y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I will be back on Thursday, and we'll be doing Portal 2, of course, over on here on the Sandwich Show. And Dallas will be back on in a day or so as well, right? Yeah, I think I had that right.
Yep. Yeah. Thursday and Saturday.
Nice. Awesome. So catch our good pal Dallas Arlo Music. It's always good when we cross paths. Good night, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Dallas. That was great. We'll see you at Jane's. Give her a friend.
This was so fun. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.